Last night's bomb attack in West London happened just as a nearby pub was closing, prompting fears the injuries could have been much worse. Sue McGregor was in the pub at the time and witnessed the blast, and she joins us now. Thank you for joining us on Breakfast this morning, Miss McGregor. Give us a sense of what happened in the moments leading up to the explosion.
Well, we were inside the pub filming the karaoke evening that was going on there for Zigzag Productions, and basically we were filming the last song of the evening, and she had about 4 lines into the song when all of a sudden there was just a huge explosion, and you could just hear the shattering glass, and everyone sort of started going a bit crazy, really.
Well, as we're talking to you, we can see some of those pictures of the explosion. Was there a sense of panic when it happened?
Yeah, there was a definite sense of panic. My cameraman basically instinctively just kept filming inside the pub, and he was filming outside the window, and you can just sort of see the blaze of the car and everything through the window. But everyone was sort of running towards the doors. I think they were trying to, I'm not sure if they were trying to get out or trying to get a closer look, but the people over the loudspeakers kept telling us to stay closer to the bar and not to the windows, because obviously they didn't want anyone else to get sort of injured.
A terrifying moment indeed. I mean, how did people then get out of the pub if they couldn't get out through the front door because of the fire and you know, the bomb had just gone off outside?
Yeah, basically we were eventually all let out a sort of side door through a fire exit, and we had to walk over broken glass to actually get out of the pub. But then we sort of headed up towards Ealing Broadway, and once we came outside of the pub, it was just incredible. The sort of people, and a lot of police everywhere, and the car was just sort of blazing, and people were running around and sort of screaming and yelling, and yeah, it was quite dramatic.
There's obviously quite a heavy police presence behind you now, but in terms of when the explosion went off last night, what sort of help was offered from them in terms of, you know, getting people out and helping people to move away from the scene of the explosion?
Yeah, I wasn't sure actually what happened there, because the pub was sort of meant to close at midnight, but I think the bomb went off at the same time. But when I went out, I actually was outside the pub 5 minutes earlier talking to some minicab guys, so I was sort of pretty lucky to have escaped any injury. But there was only like 1 or 2 police cars that were cordoning off the road near Ealing Broadway Tube when I was outside eventually, but there didn't seem to be too much happening at that stages. There wasn't any fire engines or anything like that there at that stage either.
Okay, Sue McGregor, thank you very much for joining us.